Whew, Josiah.
That's me.
Last week, Test, in his home country, beat down his countrymen of Remy and Rudy.
Right, because screw those other Canadians.
Eric Young and Bobby Roode. Well, luckily for me,
Do they have a chance of redemption?
luckily for me, Eric Young had a second
Yes!
velocity match 2 weeks in a row.
Woohoo!
And so this week,
I'm curious, do you remember who they wrestled on Velocity?
I don't remember.
Dang.
I don't remember. I can look it up. I'll pop up the picture.
Yeah, I was curious about the trivia. I'll watch it on the run back.
But in St. Louis, Missouri, Remy, with Rudy in his corner, takes on Test, and this is Eric Young, who's not signed, versus Test, who is.
Very signed.
And so Test destroys Remy, Eric Young.
Poor bastard.
And then after the match, Test doesn't let up on Remy, so Rudy slides the ring. He gets himself a happy little beatdown as it would be as well.
As you do.
Because that's we're showing that while the Regal counter threat is no more, we now have a new threat that is Test. So Lance Storm
I like that.
comes down to make the save for his for his fellow Canadians. He super kicks Test. Test doesn't go down. He does stumble toward the ropes, and instead of falling down, he falls through the top and middle rope out of the ring, holding his head, but lands on his feet while Lance Storm helps up Remy and Rudy to show that Lance is the babyface.
He is a champion of the people. He is the good Canadian.
And so Lance grabs the mic and he says, Test, I thought we had an understanding. I thought we agreed that King William wasn't teaching us the right ways, but it turns out I need to show you the correct way. So at SummerSlam, I'm challenging you, one-on-one, me and you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was just, it's a way to make it make sense.
Yeah, I'm following. Be a good match against former Regal County Third members.
Because a month ago, we had already had Stephanie state for the viewers, but I'll remind you.
For the people in the back.
That no matter who walks away Intercontinental Champion of Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero in the Best of 5 series, whoever wins will be defending inside the Elimination Chamber at SummerSlam.
Indeed.
And so now 2 of SmackDown's matches are set in the Elimination Chamber Intercontinental match and the Lance Storm versus Test feud.
Yeah.
So the next match, another one-on-one, but this time it's 2 cruiserweights going at it, when Tajiri, who got, I won't say humiliated, but outsmarted last week by Matt Cappotelli, comes to the ring accompanied by Funaki, and he is attempting to beat Matt Cappotelli to get his re-energize himself after that
after that humiliating moment.
Yeah, exactly. That spot where it's like, oh man,
I was trying to help, but I didn't know where you were going.
Yeah, I appreciate you. But yeah, it's just that idea where Tajiri's trying to reclaim his manhood, if you will, where he felt lesser last week.
Of course.
Big problem though, that doesn't happen. Matt Cappotelli, dang it, continues his winning ways because, as we know, I got very limited time with him before things go south, and so I'm trying to keep things as positive as possible while we can. So Matt,
all for that,
wins with his submission finish that he debuted 2 weeks ago. Exactly. So
next up,
we are in the back with Matt Hardy and the Iron Addicts. And this is, it's for entertainment's sake. So Matt is talking to Vascular Val, who's holding his midsection after that big spear that he took last week from Bell.
Of course.
He puts his arm around Jack Johnny, and he looks at Magic Mark and he says, Magic, I I love working with you guys, getting healthy, hitting the gym,
staying jacked.
But here's the thing. I know I'm hunky hardy. I know that I'm handsome hardy, but I need to be on your level. I need to hit the gym more, be more of a gym rat. Yeah. And so he's like, tonight, I know you got this. You're gonna defeat Bill Goldberg and earn your way into the Elimination Chamber. But because I feel like. Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much, much more, but most importantly, the story itself. Coming soon from Gamble Comics, BC Brute. I need to do better. I'm going to keep Val and Johnny back here with me.
I need my spotters.
Yeah, they're going to spot me while I work out. And so, Mark Jindrak says, yeah, I'm
all for that.
Yeah, I'm all for it. That's a noble effort, all that stuff.
That's all that matters in this world is staying jacked, brother.
And so Magic Mark makes his way out solo to the ring, and he's flexing. He's the reflection of perfection, all that stuff.
The striations, the veins.
And so the crowd boos. They don't like him. He's irritating. But then Bill Goldberg's music hits. The security, all of it, the pyro, the fans pop. And the match is virtually nothing.
You know what it is. Spear, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3. Great match.
Exactly. So, we once again continue with Shannon Moore, Jamie Noble, Hurricane Helms, and this time they are at the mountaintop. And they see the statuesque, they see the silhouette of a mountain of a man. That's what I'm trying to say.
Ah, gotcha. Big-bodied individual.
But we don't see him face forward. We see him from the
see him from the back.
Yes, and so this man preaches the ways of nobility, or not nobility. That's Jamie's name. He proclaims the honor of the warrior. He talks about
the warrior's way.
Exactly, the strength of heroic perseverance. Exactly. He's basically just helping them get in the right mindset.
Right.
But we don't yet see who he is.
He's the enlightened one, basically.
100%. And at this point, Shannon steps forward and he says, Mighty One, can you help me find a new identity? And that's when we fade out from the spot. You get a hype package showing off the first 3 matches of the Best of 5 series, and talking about how that up next is the 4th, potentially final match in the Best of 5 series between Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero.
All-time classic.
But as you would know, that is not the case. Because it's 2-1. Rey loses to a frog splash from Eddie Guerrero.
I had a lot of questions for you at that point.
That was my mistake. I was reading ahead. So post-match, Rey grabs the microphone. He says to Eddie, I love you. You and I, we're family. But next week in the main event of Smackdown, let's take your Intercontinental Championship, put it in the sky, you and me ladder match.
Oh yeah.
And so Eddie, he smiles, he points to the sky, and he acknowledges we're doing it,
Perfect.
And so that's what next week's 5th of the 5 matches will be.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Give me Ray. Give me Ray versus Eddie. Period.
Exactly.
In a ladder match.
And so this is just a way to further illustrate the chain or continued evolution of match style that they've been having.
Absolutely.
Before we get to the main event, where Mark Henry defends his television title, we see the LLC beating down Matt Capitelli and Billy Kidman steals the Cruiserweight title, and because the LLC doesn't have a title of their own, this is a way to keep the Layfield League of Champions prestigious, but also not honest. And so, in the main event, in his last appearance for a few years, maybe more than a few, Kevin Nash loses to Mark Henry, and he gets released on August the 18th of 2003. And like I said, Nash is not exactly mobile. Well, not just that, but I mean, prominent within. Heck, maybe he's not prominent until the CM Punk storyline for the Summer of Punk.
Damn, so that's 8 years?
Maybe, because I know he has the whole Main Event Mafia storyline. He has a whole bunch of stuff. Paparazzi Productions, all that stuff.
God damn, he really wasn't TNA for a while.
Oh, yeah, he had a long run.
Yeah. Okay, well, appreciate you, Nash. Scott left well before you. So, but I appreciated your time on Raw. It really made the Dudley Boys feel special.
Yeah, and like I said, Mark Henry always does big work. And while I was using Goldberg to
Murder.
Work people out of the company.
There you go.
Whether it be
he literally speared everyone out the company.
Bill DeMont, Crash Holly. I at one point had considered it being Kevin's role, but because Bill is in that feud with the Iron Addicts, it wouldn't have made sense just out of nowhere have him drop him in there. So
I get that.
Instead, I put Kevin
TV
with
match where anyone can challenge. It makes sense.
And Mark Henry being a world breaker broke Kevin Nash's spirit and sent him off to Orlando.
Yeah, I'm about to say send him off to Orlando. Enjoy life.